Hello and welcome back to another video. Today it is Psgl round 3 at Austria. So yeah, heading into this round, I am God knows where I am in the championship. I don't have a clue. I haven't really been paying much attention at the moment to league racing. But yeah, now we're back. We're setting a few more eyes on the championship. And yeah, we're looking to have a good result here, firstly in Austria. You see it, this is my Q1 run I did, because you see that P13 at the moment, that's not ideal. As we completely fumbled turn 1, not ideal, but yeah, we can recover this. But yeah, going into it pace, it was okay. Definitely feel like there's a lot more potential and performance to unlock in this game, especially through setup and just overall driving style. You see on the wheel, I'm still not just smooth on the wheel. I'm a bit bad. That's basically what I'm getting at. And see, just wiggling the wheel a bit. It's not fully committed. A bit of opposite lock there as well. So yeah, messing up slightly. Not a great lap, I won't lie. Pretty terrible. Again, really 2 under the limit, and again, that was pretty good. But yeah, up to the line, it goes P5. You see my face.
That should be enough.
Not very good, but we ended up getting from P10, so not convincing, but we're literally under a 10th off pole, and like from pole to P15 was, I think, a 10th and a half. Like, that's the margins. Like, it's ridiculous. You see, I'm actually talking about it, but yeah, now into Q2. So at this point, it said it was going to start raining. Do you trust this game? No. You see, it's getting a bit dark, so I'm thinking, oh, we might be in a solid here, because I actually had, at the time, the world record in the wet round here. So I was thinking, this is a cheeky pole. But no, it did not rain. You see it just went a bit dark and overcast. Yeah, we got shafted a bit, but yeah. On this lap, it's going pretty well. Ooh, never mind. Not troubling that apex by any means, but yeah, pretty decent lap. Got away with that little wide moment as Josh sets a 0.6. I think that was 0.6. We're on for around a 0.7 on this lap right now, which isn't too bad. So yeah, through the final sector, pretty under the limit again. Through the final corner, pretty nice under the limit again, but it'll do the job. 0.771 puts us in P3.
Good lap, bro.
Yeah, it's going pretty well so far.
There's still time in that as well.
Yeah. You see P5 in the end. You actually had to get a low 0.8 to get into Q3, which is pretty nuts. But that's what you got to expect when you're racing at the top. At the top in the world. You see Freddie. This is now Q3. 4-0 on a scrub set of tyres. We fumbled the final corners, and we did do a 4-0-2. It's not a bad banker considering the used tyres. And now starting our final lap, this could be our fastest lap, the lap that we can get pole on through turn 1. We've fumbled it already, and now we've only got 1 lap to do this. 1 lap, this whole qualifying session comes down to this lap. If we don't get this in, we're going to be starting P10. Instead of taking like the biggest deep breath. I can't speak. A deep breath as we go into turn 1, pretty nice. Pretty under the limit, but yeah, we got through turn 1, that's the main thing. Nearly a 10th up as we go into probably the hardest corner of the track, get it hooked into the apex nicely, and then on the power, getting good traction. That was pretty good. Well, I say that, we gained like 200s on the delta, which is not good, but now into the downhill right, getting it nicely in there. Oh, a bit of snap of oversteer, probably half a 10th gone there. And then through the middle sector, not hooking the apex as much as I wanted, but 3-4 splits, not too bad, going a bit wide, and then, oh, you see my face there, it looks good, it looks clean, but it wasn't rapid. But now through the final 2 corners, don't want to be a hero here, otherwise you'll lose your lap. Oh, you little, oh no.
Ah, unlucky.
As I was saying, you don't want to be a hero because you'll lose your lap, and that's exactly what I did. Pushed the tyres a bit too hard through the rest of the lap, but yeah, it's what it is. We've got to make it up, still work from here, as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. With Brendan Lee on our left, Frederick Rasmussen in front of us, and Yoni Tormler behind us. Yoni that did not move off the start, and now we're looking for a run out the final corner as we get it. We're going to get to the outside of Freddie Rasmussen, the GOAT, as we're having a drag race with him. I turn it off because I reckon I can get around his outside here, as Freddie has decided to go and dive bomb, but we're going to have the outside line, little bit of contact, but all good. Freddie actually loses some positions, so that's unfortunate for him, as you don't really expect Freddie to be in like P8. If anyone, well, obviously people know him, he's ridiculously quick. As Lucas got a bit out of shape there, and is now down in P8. As we're by this point, Luke's on about 60 ERS already. I think Will says soon, as we're actually lining up a bit.
No, I don't waste your ERS.
But no, nothing doing. Just let them waste their battery as I actually lift off, because I don't want to get too close. I want to slingshot myself into the cars. You see it, that's working well. We're right up behind him now, and Lucas now
Lucas in front is already on 60%.
As Will says there, Lucas on 60%. Let's look how close we get on the braking. A lot of confidence in the car to actually stop the corner. Which is something I haven't had properly on this game yet, but yeah, we're getting there. I think that caught me off by surprise, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that happens. We're going side by side with Lucas now, but I realised pretty early he is a lot faster in a straight line than me. So that's just a bit of an L. Just got to deal with it, get on with it. And yeah, P9.
Force his hand a little bit.
Yeah. As we're talking there, me and Will, gonna have to start forcing Alvaro's hand a little bit, as Josh Doe, who's done a backflip, and he's now lost down into P9. Now up behind Alvaro, looking for a move on him actually. Yeah. When was this? Anyway, and nothing's really happening at this point. I don't really know what I was thinking. I don't really think a lot, as we're already on lap 17, as I've gone into the pits to get an undercut with Lucas Blakeley as I extend the pit lane, and yeah, in the end I got a penalty for it, so no comment. But yeah, it's the performance that matters, you know. Yeah, it's just not ideal, but yeah, it happens. Nothing we can do now, just got to push on as we get an optimal pit stop, something like that. I'm just, yeah, talent. As we're now out behind Lucas Blakeley, it's critical to keep his DRS here, because we've got to get a good outlap here.
Maximum push
if we get a good outlap here, I can see us jumping a few cars and getting up into maybe even like P4 or something. Not with corners like that though, as we completely miss it. Yeah, I can see us going pretty well. Pretty perfect strategy so far, and with Freddie now out the DRS, that's pretty ideal. And then we can just set our eyes on Lucas in front.
They've gone round for another lap.
As Will says, they've gone round for another lap. Fab Donoso actually pit. So he was about P4. So we're going to see where
how much
we
for
are,
Lucas?
in correlation
Lucas
to
has 30%.
Blakeley, not Blakeley, to Fab Donoso. Now through the final corner, pace looking pretty strong, keeping the Lucas quite comfortably while making a few mistakes here and there. As if you look on the right there, they are Alvaro Carreton, Fabrizio Donoso. and we're actually going to come out side by side with the P4 man. We get ahead, get to the inside, and now it's going to be a drag race.
Good shit, Joe.
But we are on fresher tyres, so we should be able to keep this move pretty comfortably, as we do into the hairpin. And now we're in like a net P1 and 2. As we skip on to 19. You see it, around the final 2 corners, we're absolutely flying, draining the battery. No one cares about that at the moment. As I was actually trying to line up a move on Lucas.
I think we could be in a very good position.
But if you look on the right here, Nicholas Longay, the net race leader, has come out behind us, and that is absolutely perfect. Like, we're now in a net P2, which
Right, save ERS now, do not
is
blast.
ridiculous. Like, from where we were, me and Lucas, to get net P1 and 2, that is pretty interesting. But yeah, now we've got to recover the ERS. I noticed quite early on that I wasn't very fast in a straight line. Lucas had me covered pretty comfortably. You see, look, for half a second it was, and then we've only gained like, what, just over half a tenth through there. So yeah, I did notice that pretty early, but yeah, I'm still going to mount a challenge onto him, see if we can win this race. But also we've got some very fast guys behind in Nicholas
You have a
Longay,
10%
Barry Borman,
advantage. So
Thomas
Lucas in
Ronha.
front on the ERS.
As now we've got to defend. Here comes Nicholas for his first attack. Send him to the outside, get on the power early, and we keep that position pretty comfortably.
Good defending.
Yeah, at this point it was
Lucas
like
on
very
60%
intense.
ERS.
It was really intense. Like, by this point I'm
Hit me again, man.
I'm literally sweating as we get hit from behind, but
Yeah,
that's
he
probably
spun
not good
himself.
for us because now
He
we've
got
got
tapped from
Barry
behind.
behind us.
Just head down, catch Lucas.
And if you see, Barry and Lucas are both in the McLaren, so Barry's not going to make it easy for me, and now we're basically in a 2v1.
Lucas in front,
It's
50.
not ideal, but you see it, Barry 3 times fine, but now he's blasting the battery, making us just force our hand as we defend to the inside. And now up to the hairpin, keeping him covered pretty well, but then he hooks our back wheel and doesn't let us. You see it,
Oh, right. You joking?
And he just hooks our back wheel, and like, yeah, it's not ideal.
Fine, head down, head down.
And there's nothing, you can't even drive away when they hook the back wheel, but yeah, it's what it is. Got to move on. As we get the position back on him here, we're gonna squeeze him to the inside, make sure he can't come back. And yeah, we end up gaining the position. Barry has no ERS anyway,
Barry
but now
less than
Thomas is
10%.
up into P2, we're in P3, so it's not ideal, but yeah, we have to just move on, get on with it. Although we could have fought for this win, we are still in the position to fight for it, so yeah, we're still in a decent position here, because I kind of knew the toe ahead
Longay's got 20%.
are going to
Try and
start
push and
doing
keep him out.
some tactics, so I will catch up. That's why I didn't really burn the ERS. I let them burn it as I've made a mistake, which is fantastic. Then out onto the final straight, onto the start finish straight for the 36th time. Lucas dives to the inside. They've both like slowed up
10% for
massively,
Longay behind.
and now we're right on the back of them both. We're going to push the ERS a little bit, turn it off at about 20%, and now we're going to let them burn, let them drain their battery
Nothing's still
all the way. Now we're going to break in deep, get the exit. Are we going to be able to get them? No, because they didn't stick together. They didn't hook the back wheel like what Barry did to me. So yeah, they've got away with it. And by this point, I'm just trying to save for that final straight because it's not looking like I can do much. Thomas gets a bit of a snap of oversteer, and now we're right up behind him, looking for this move. Yeah, you see, he's got 3 lap pressure tyres, so it's just hard to follow. You see, we're going to blast the battery now. How much do we have compared? He's got none, but yeah, the straight slot not long enough to get anything done.
Alright, P10 to P3.
It's also not bad. That was actually a really good race. Shame about qualifying, but
If I didn't get that snap.
I say if I didn't get that.
Yeah, it's alright. Good race, bro. Good race.
Yeah, it's a
P10
really
to
good
P3, you got to be
race.
happy with that.
Yeah, definitely.
He's here, me and Will talking, and by this point,
1.4k.
I had 1.4k people watching, which is nuts. But yeah, it was a really good race either way. GG to Lucas, Thomas, Nico, Barry, Josh, Alvaro, Piot, Brendan and Freddie for the top 10. Really good race, really fun. But yeah, that is pretty much it from me. The next race will be on my Twitch with Bahrain for WOR. So I hope to see you there, and yeah, cheers for watching.